Ready? Alright. Let's get you both synced up, get a balance point. Or both, that's your stance. Alright, starting to pick up your leg. Now immediately you notice when you're picking up your leg, where's your weight going now? Okay, see it kind of starting to sit down a little bit there. Now. Okay. What are you seeing there?
His arm's still down and mine's already coming up.
Yeah. Okay. Now I don't mind that too bad there, because you see he really swings his front leg around. But what I don't like is here you're kind of squatting down here. The frames aren't exactly synced up, and how you're kind of standing for the top, then you're kind of squatting down to get down there. I'd rather see you kind of stand tall to fall rather than squat down. Okay. Now here's what I want you to see. Now he's standing tall, not bad. But notice where his hand is at. Is it behind his shoulder?
Yeah, it's back, and mine's
back.
My head.
Yeah, now yours is behind your head. So that's why, you know, sometimes I say you push the ball. You don't get your elbow up and you push the ball. Really, what you're doing is, instead of coming from here into the throwing zone, you're going from basically power position and bringing the ball to your head, which in turn is dropping your elbow, and then that's forcing you to push the ball. And so when we're talking about pushing the ball and I'm looking at your elbow, what I'm seeing is this line right here as it blurs past, in that your elbow is below your shoulder blade, and your shoulder blade being at the end of that line. Okay? So when we start to go forward, you're really just pushing the ball. Now you see how his ball it stays away from his head, and how close that ball is to your head. Okay? And then from there
I just kind of go.
There you just basically rotate up to try to throw, and so therein you're pushing the ball. Now I do like how we're starting to get a little bit of extension away from the rubber here. All right, means we had to use our legs a little bit to create that little bit of extension there. Okay, but you know what? My only worry is look where kind of our shoulders are tilted because of how high you have to go to your head, then reach up, push to throw. It's kind of tilting your shoulders, which in turn is making your head situation even worse. Okay. So what I'd like for us to do is kind of keep our shoulders level, as you can see on the right, with him, and that his shoulders stay level, his arm stays away from, hand stays away from his head. So in turn, he creates a little more torque with his midsection and allows him to be a little more linear to throw. Okay, because in this situation, I like what I'm seeing here as far as getting that chest over that front knee. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, now he's just got a different style where he posts up on it, but you can see in the next frame or two, because we're not exactly 100% synced on this, watch in the next frame how he's incredibly flexible. Look where his chest is.
Yeah.
His knee stays straight, but his chest is over past his knee. That's something that you can't really teach, because his flexibility is such that he can do that. People say, oh, well, his front knee's straight. Well, yeah, it's straight, but his chest is actually as far as yours is, but his leg's straight, just because he's that much more flexible.
And like when I stand up, mine stays back.
Okay. So does that make sense? Does that help in seeing it that way? Any questions?
Not really.
Very good.